My name is Liv DePasquale, and this is my video submission for discussion forum 4 for EDU 208. Across the course content we learned this week, there was lots of valuable information necessary to become a well-rounded and supportive educator of ELL students. Of the primary concepts, the three that stood out to me the most were some of the facts about culture, the concept of equity, and authentic assessment. In the English language learners culture, equity, and language video at the 1 minute 24-second mark, it highlights some facts/statistics regarding ELL students that include 1. 5.3 million public school students are English language learners. 2. 85% were born in the United States. And 3. They represent more than 150 different languages. I think this video did a great job at highlighting not only the challenges of ELL students by discussing some of the adversities that the teachers faced growing up, but also how beneficial and wonderful ELL students can be in creating a meaningful and rich learning environment. For the concept of equity, the How Do Schools Promote Equity Among Students video was really beneficial in understanding equity and the role it plays within education. At the 11-second mark, Pedro Noguera describes equity as, quote, from the context of education, the term equity has come to mean the need to focus more directly, not simply on equal opportunity, that is making sure the kids have access to schools and the opportunity theoretically to learn, but really focusing on outcomes and results. We don't treat all kids the same because they have different needs. In schools that are really focused on equity, they're trying to meet the different needs of kids and do so in ways with a focus on outcomes. He does a great job at describing how in order to create equity in schools, there needs to be a primary goal when developing their education. Understanding that students who are typically more capable tend to receive better opportunities than students who struggle, and being mindful of that in order to help dispel inequity. He also provided a really meaningful example of how lessons can connect to students' cultures and communities by discussing the class in Oakland, California that learned about the effects of lead on the environment and the way that the teacher brought that lesson out of the classroom and into their community. That really stood out to me and inspired me to want to do similar work in my own future classroom and helped me to better understand the importance of authentic assessment. From the Authentic Assessment at School of the Future video, one of the teachers, Andy Snyder, spoke towards the end of the video about how do we know they got it. I felt this was really representative of authentic assessment because he says, starting at the 3 minute 20-second mark, quote, before, sometimes it felt like if we taught a great lesson and the students were nodding a lot and maybe writing in their notebooks, we felt good. But now we have to find out, did they actually understand the material we were teaching them? Are they connecting this to their own intellectual interests? Is it authentic for them? Was there real learning that happened there? End quote. This brought me back to the example that Pedro Noguera provided of that class in California and how by providing learning opportunities for students that involve not only their interests, but their communities and cultures, we are better able to authentically assess what they have learned, and we're able to provide more equitable and meaningful experiences that they can carry with them for the rest of their lives.